Listed below are the costs in dollars of repairing the front ends and rear ends of different cars when they were damaged in controlled low-speed crash tests. We're going to construct a 95% confidence interval of the mean of the differences between the front repair costs and the rear repair costs. What we want to know is there a difference in costs? So, first thing we're going to do here is we see that we have a bunch of costs for front end repair, and we have a bunch of costs for rear end repair. And we also need a 95% confidence interval. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of our information into a calculator. So part of the numbers are going to be cut off here, but that's okay. I'll show you what's on it in the calculator. So here is our calculator. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to Stat, One Edit, and we're going to type in our information here, which I've already done, but want to make sure we type it in as it's given in order on both L1 and L2, all the way down. And once we have all of the information typed in, we're just going to go back to the front screen, and we're going to find the difference between each one. So second 1 minus second 2 stored in list 3. And there's all our differences, and if you want to make sure, nothing wrong with that, back to Stat and One Edit, and you'll see all the differences are stored in L3, which is what we want. Once we got everything in there, we're going to go back to Stat, over to Test, and since we want a confidence interval, we are going to use t-interval. So we're going to hit Enter, and we only have data, so we're going to select that. Our list is L3, so it's right there. Frequency is 1, and we want our C level, our confidence level, to be 95% or 0.95 as written in the question. And we go to Calculate. It's going to think about it for a second, and then it's going to give us the confidence interval right there, negative 647.9 to 2327. So our confidence interval is going to be negative 647.9, negative $647.90 up to 2327, $2,327. Now we have our confidence interval, and we need to answer the question. And the question is there a difference in the costs? Well, we can see from our confidence interval a negative number to a positive number, that somewhere in between there is 0. It has to hit 0 to go from negative to positive. And the only way to get 0 is if somehow, some way, the costs are equal because of subtracting the difference. So if they are, or if it is 0, that means they have to be the same. So is there a difference in costs? No. Since the interval contains 0, there does not seem to be a significant difference in the repair costs between front and rear accidents. And that is how you can answer a question like that just looking at the interval. Again, because the interval has a negative number and a positive number, it contains the number 0. And the only way to contain 0 is for the numbers to be the same because we are subtracting. So if they're the same, it'll have 0. So that's why we can say that there is no difference in the costs.